Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bravo Tea with a Stay-at-Home Mom. I'm Erica, and I'm ready to talk all things Bravo. Welcome back, everybody. As I said in my last podcast, we were like all out of whack last week. This week, thank God, the snow is starting to melt. Everyone is back at their regular scheduled programs, including TV. But the one thing we are missing is Southern Charm. I saw Shep on his Instagram. He's like in Costa Rica doing I don't know if it's like a retreat. I don't know. I'm wondering if it's going to come out that he's going to go into rehab. Because I feel like that Madison and JT thought that was going to be his big come to life announcement at the reunion. But then instead it was hey, I'm just not drinking liquor anymore. I'm just going to be drinking beer. But it's okay, well, you could still get drunk and embarrass yourself off of beer. But as I did not say yet, this is my gossip episode. And we have a little bit of tea. I have it from all different walks of Bravo shows. We finally have an official release time for the Real Housewives of New Jersey. We're getting our girls back in April. And a fun little thing that I'm going to get on the internet later tonight and get tickets to is Teresa is coming to a restaurant to do a little signing because it's a collab with wines in Philly. And that's so close to us. It's 45 minutes away. So I'm going to drag my husband to that. But he watches these shows with me, so low key, he's excited, I feel to meet Teresa. But I already met Teresa 2 summers ago. She did where they do those panels with different housewives. So it was her, Dolores, and Dorinda, and she was so nice. I mean, previously, years before that, I had met Melissa and Joe at one of his little book signings. Remember when he did that real estate seminar and wrote a 30-page book on real estate stuff? Yeah, they were in Hoboken. So me, my husband, and sister-in-law went because I was oh my gosh, let's go meet him. That'd be so cool. And he was actually totally cool. Melissa, totally not. I mean, may I add also, people were seriously there for real estate seminar related things. So I think some people A, didn't even know they were on TV, or B, didn't care they were on TV. So it wasn't a Bravo Housewives event. And also the event was about him. We got our picture with him. We didn't even pay for that also. It was very cheap to go. And we just stood in line for the picture, which was short. And he took a lot of pictures with us and chatted a couple minutes. Very cool, very nice. We have funny pictures. I should post that on my Instagram. So I'll do a little throwback and post that. So then I saw Melissa standing there. And I was to my sister-in-law, I was should I go and ask her for a picture? And her and my husband were yeah, I mean, how many times are we going to be in the same room as them? And I was truth. So I went over, no one was around her. She was just standing there and I was hi, Melissa, I'm a big fan of the show. Do you mind taking a picture with me? And her response, instead of just being yeah, sure. Yeah, I guess. You can crumble someone's thought about you with just one sentence. I mean, that was when I was more on her and Joe's side, thinking that Teresa was all evil. And just the way she was just yeah, I guess. It's I almost wanted to be well, never mind. Because if you notice, no one's around you. So I don't know why you think so highly of yourself to answer me like that. I just don't like when people are like that. I feel if I asked Taylor Swift right now, who is 10,000 times more popular than Melissa, to take a picture, she'd be yeah, sure. Responding like that. And I personally, I know it has to be tiring taking pictures, signing autographs, but if no one was around me and this nice girl comes up to me and nicely asks that, I would just have to be yeah, sure. It takes just as much effort to answer negatively as she could have answered positively. And then I walked away. Obviously I still took the picture anyway, but then I walked away and was you're kind of rude. And now, as time has gone on, people kind of have like the same response. So then, when it was time for me to meet Teresa, I was like, I wonder what she'll be like. And mind you, this was an event for us meeting Teresa. Like Melissa's, like I said, was us listening to Joe and his real estate stuff. So it wasn't about her. So I don't know if like I would go to a paid event for her if she would be nicer, but I don't care if I pay for you or for your husband. You should just be nice anyway. Teresa was so nice, and Dolores was so nice. Oh my God. It was me and my best friend from college went. She stayed with us for the weekend because she lives in Florida right now. And it was just refreshing meeting them, and they were nice. We walked away and we were like, oh my God, we like them even more now. So just a reminder to people, if you are meeting people and you are famous or you are on TV or someone just looks up to you, be nice. If they ask for a picture, just nicely say, yes, I would love to. And then take the picture and they'll leave and tell everyone how nice you were. If you're a little bitch, then everyone will not be happy when they hear the story about you. So I will say that's why sometimes I don't even like to meet these celebrities, because one time I met Pauly D too, and he was a total dick. Sorry for the bad word, but he just was. And I'm like, dude, and it ruined it for me because he's so funny on the show. Like, my husband and I still watch the new episodes and I still laugh at him. But then like deep down, I'm like, oh, but you were like kind of like a little brat when I met you. So I was like, sometimes it's fun to meet these people. Sometimes it's not. But yeah, so I'm going to get tickets for that. And then I'm hoping I could get her to like talk for a quick minute and then I could post it on the podcast. That would be something fun. But glad we're getting them back in April, so that'll be good. Because Teresa said it's like a breath of fresh air for her this season. Like, she's going to be vindicated. So this is going to be interesting. I think that we have all seen the tables have turned a little. We've found a little more out about Joe and Melissa. So it'll be interesting. Just saw Teresa, Jennifer, Jackie, and Jen Fessler were at Madonna the other night. I like this new friendship. It's interesting. I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, Jackie's a flip-flopper. Now we can't trust her. And it's like, no, maybe she just saw the light of Melissa because of what happened between Jackie and Margaret. And Melissa is just like Margaret's little, as they used to call people for Teresa, like soldier. I feel like Melissa is Margaret's little soldier puppet, like just doing whatever she does. And kind of is like, doesn't care about Jackie because she's not on the show anymore. Whereas Teresa, I feel like, isn't like that. She's like, you know, they had their problems. And I feel like Teresa didn't initially like Jackie because she was friends with Melissa. And like, obviously we see that Teresa and Melissa don't get along. So she's not going to like hang out with Jackie while she's hanging out with Melissa. And I'm sure Melissa's just like filling Jackie's head with bad things about Teresa. But now she has made her own decision to hang out with Teresa, and I'm here for it. I'm interested to see this little friendship. A quick random gossip bleep is Nene Leakes has been showing her support for Kim Zolciak amidst her nasty divorce separation. They're married. I don't even still know what's happening. There hasn't been any, as of lately, weird TMZ body cam footages from the Atlanta police, but we do see that Kim and Kroy's house is in like for sale, like $1 million under what they originally. I don't know how they're still living in that house or just living in general. Like, I guess she's like, I feel like she's still getting her nails done. Like, they have no money. How are you even getting your nails done? Are you giving them post-its of like IOUs? Like, one day I'll have money, or I'm trying to get back on the Real Housewives. I'm good for it. I'll blow up like Instagram with me getting my nails done once I'm back on the show. I don't know. It's very interesting to me, but I don't watch Atlanta. I never did, but I feel like the couple episodes that I ever like kind of just watched, Nene and Kim were good TV, especially Nene. So I feel like Nene joined forces with that Bethany crap, and then she quickly regretted it, deleted and erased all traces of it, and is maybe hoping to be back on the show. So maybe she like reached out to Kim and was like, listen, girl, let's team up and let's like try and get back on the show because we both want and need it. And you especially because you're poor. And you like could show this craziness on the TV. I mean, that's the funny part. Like, she actually is going through something super dramatic that would be like crazy dramatic TV, and she's not even on TV currently. So yeah, we're still getting cameras, but not Bravo cameras. So maybe throw a Bravo camera in there for a test, see how it is. Kyle Richards is now defending Maurizio because of all the flack he's been receiving and getting because he did not attend Lorraine, her friend that passed away, her event. I mean, I was giving him flack because this past week, like last week when we saw them talking in the car, he's like, oh, how was that event? And he's like, none of the guys were there, right? Like, making himself feel better he wasn't there. So Kyle has now come out to defend him, saying that he did ask if she wanted him to change his plans around so he could attend the event. And she said she told him, no, it's fine. Now, I have to say two things. Maybe deep down inside, she really kind of didn't care less because she knows like they're living separately for sure. They're separated right now, but we just don't know that in that house. Like, we know now, but we don't know on the show yet is what I meant. So maybe that's why she doesn't care, because she like knows their marriage is like dead. And she's like, I don't need you there. But also, like, B, I feel like you need to tell your spouse the truth. Like, I don't like when people do this. Like, they're like, oh, like, are you sure you don't care about me doing this? And the wife or husband, mainly wives, will be like, no, I don't care. And then the husband will go do said thing or not do said thing. And then the wife is like, later, like, yeah, I'm mad and you should have done that. It's like, well, then just be honest and tell him. And instead, I feel like people don't, because they're like, she probably didn't want to tell him what to do because then she's afraid that he could throw that in her face later. But it's like, I feel like she should have just said, since he volunteered, yeah, it would mean a lot. And I feel like this is something important and you should be there. Because he's at the Homeless Not Toothless and not at Lorraine's event. And then all the ladies are judging. And then it's like, they're not normal people where it's like, oh yeah, well, who cares what everyone thinks? It's like all of like Hollywood and all of the world is looking and judging what you're doing. And then you're going to get all this headache of people talking and complaining about it. So like, yeah, just come to it to save ourselves stress and annoyance later down the line. And it'd be nice if you were there. So now that this has come out, that she's like saying that he said he would have come, I'm almost more annoyed at her for not saying, yeah, then you should come. Because then she said like in the episode, yeah, would it have meant something to me if Maurizio just popped in this event? Well, then you should have told him that he should have come. This is what I mean. I don't like when people do this. Oh, it's just like, speak your mind and don't like play games. It's very annoying. But keeping on Beverly Hills area, but switching gears. We're getting Vanderpump Rules back in 1 week. Hallelujah. Thank goodness. I am preparing for my first video interview with a special guest. She's the one that I went on her TikTok live a couple weeks ago. She lives out in LA. She attended the Vanderpump Rules premiere the other week, so I'm gonna have a little interview with her and ask her how it was. Ask some details. She took some pictures. She looked really cute, so I'm really excited. This is gonna be my first over the computer interview, and I'll throw up the video too. But obviously, I'll release the audio on my podcast. But I'm going to plan to release it. I'm recording it this weekend, and then I will release it like the day, like the morning of the Vanderpump Rules premiere to get us all in the mood and the spirit. I think they all looked great. I did rank what they all looked like. And now I just have to say, in a Tamra Judge voice, that's my opinion, how everyone looks. And when I rank people of dress, it's not like maybe what I would wear or even necessarily what I like, but it's like who I think looked the best and like what looked the best on them. I thought Sheena looked the best out of all the ladies. Like, no, I would not have worn her dress, but that's a very Sheena dress, and she looked the best, in my opinion. I didn't like Lala's look because she has a great body. I know what she's going for, like the jersey dress thing, but like, I feel like she's also done that on Watch What Happens Live. So it's like, I was just underwhelmed with her look. And Katie's. Katie's was weird. It was like a lace top and a leopard dress. Like, I didn't like that. Ariana looked good, but I just didn't give her first. And then Allie had something on kind of similar to Sheena, but I didn't like it that much. And she's a pretty girl too. And like, I mean, they're all pretty. I'm not knocking their looks. It's like just my opinion of what I think they all looked like. I didn't really like Lisa Vanderpump's either. Like, I was expecting her normal attire. All the men looked pretty good. I gave worst to Tom Sandoval, not because I hate him, just because I hate that he tries too hard to be like this fashionista, like, man. Like, no. But they were all getting asked questions on the carpet about the season. Katie was getting asked about like something about her, which I talked in my previous podcast. Really want that to open. Like I said, not that I can like DoorDash it from all the way where I am, but like just want to see it and see it thrive. They're doing a lot of work, they're paying that rent, and they're just being held up by these permits, which has to suck. But also something we got at the Vanderpump Rules premiere was the preview for the Valley. So we had been hearing a lot about this. There was always rumors that they were going to do a separate show. Like when Vanderpump was kind of stinking, they were going to like revamp it with the cast and do like Lala, Sheena, Stassi, Jax, Kristen, and like probably Ariana and Tom too, because they live in the Valley. But I don't even know if they were in that consideration. But so we know that it wasn't a made up rumor. Like it was going to be called the Valley or whatever, or Vanderpump Valley. So official name, the Valley. It's Jax and Brittany, Kristen Doty and her boyfriend, and then like a bunch of new people that I guess are their friends. Now, sometimes I don't like new people because I'm like, I don't feel like getting to know new people, but sometimes it is fun. But I don't know how I feel about this show. Yes, I will watch, but I feel it's going to be cornball as well, because it's like all about people with kids and being married. And that's the part I am excited about, because that is me. I have kids. I am married. But I kind of just wish Jax and Brittany and Kristen went back on Vanderpump Rules. And we just see them back in the mix with all the people we already know, like all the history they have. They used to always be on that show. I was a little upset when they got fired, or as Dorinda says, on pause from the show. So I don't know how I feel about just a completely new show. I am excited just to see them in their life, like catch up, like I said, with the kids, the marriage, because that's me. So it's exciting to me, but I feel like they're not going to be doing as exciting things on Vanderpump Rules. Like, and like, are we going to get like trips? And it's like, also, what are they going to argue about? Like, oh, you looked at my wife wrong when like you were mowing the lawn. Like, I don't even think that'll be like a topic because they're all friends. So it's like, where is the fighting that we do like to see, even though I do like when they get along? What is going to be like the meat and potatoes of the conflict? Because I feel like they're all like getting along. But you know Jax is going to pull the, I'm the number one guy in the group because I've already been on TV. The show is happening because of me. Like, even though Chris is going to be like, hello, over here. Me too. Like, I was on day one Vanderpump with you. But you know Jax is going to take all the credit. And I just have to say, him in the intro, riding in on his son's little, like, Hummer Jeep, like, child thing, it was giving me American Psycho Christian Bale vibes. And he had those black leather gloves on. It was a little weird. Like his smile, like looked like he just was leaving the scene of a crime with those black gloves, like murdered his neighbor. Hopefully that doesn't happen on the new season, but it was a little weird. And then of course the Kentucky Muffin Brittany coming out like yelling in like sequins, like Jack, get off that, like mow the lawn. You so funny. I'm making Meemaw's beer cheese in the kitchen. Come have some with lemonade. I do like Brittany, but I do always have to just like laugh at her little accent. But it's going to be interesting. I mean, like I said, I'm going to watch. Like we all have to watch one thing. It's like I even listened to Raquel's first podcast because we just all are curious. But I'm wondering after the first episode what the second episode like viewing will be and the rest of the season. If it's not too bad, I'm going to watch it because I do miss seeing them on our screens. And from what I've heard, we are going to get Vanderpump people popping in like Lala and Sheena and stuff. And I'm wondering if Ocean, Lala's daughter, will be on this show because evil Randall Emmett, like when he's not ruining her life and playing pickleball and trying to sell his house that is now back on the market, I saw, because he has no money. He doesn't allow Ocean to be on TV, which is really annoying because, like I said, now that I am a parent and I've kind of grown up with these people, like I watched them be buck wild and then now watching them settle down, but still sometimes get buck wild because they need relief from being a parent. I like seeing them with their kids. And it's like, I think he's so annoying that he won't let the daughter be on the show because I feel like that'll give us a different look at Lala too. I listen to her podcast and she always talks about Ocean and Summer Moon, which Summer Moon is Sheena's and Brock's baby, are like BFF for L. And Summer Moon is on the show some too. So I know Summer will probably be on the Valley hanging out with Cruz, which is Jackson Brittany's son. And I'm going to be mad that Ocean won't be there in the crew. And then Stassi has two. Now she has a little son. So I feel like Randall is just so annoying. He's like a gnat, like Teddy, like now Anne Marie on The Housewives. Just like be quiet and let the baby be on the show because also she's on your social media. Like it's not like a Kristen Cavallari route where I know she, like, if she posts a picture of her kids, she puts like a giant sticker over their face. Like no one knows what her children look like. And she never had them on the show. So that's different. But it's like Randall and Lala post pictures of Ocean and talk about Ocean. So we know what she looks like and we know she exists. So it's like, just let her be on the show. But I feel like he's just doing that to be annoying because he can. And it's like, just go away and let Ocean shine like the diamond her mom probably is on reality TV. Because I'm going to tell you what. She's funny on her podcast, and her brother is one of the co-hosts. And whenever they talk about her mom, she sounds like a hoot. Like I could do like a mini spin-off short series of just them, like all raising the baby. And she has the husbands she talks about, her two gay friends. Like she has a house in Palm Springs. Do like even a 3-part episode, like extension of just the life of Lala Kent with the gays and the mom and the brother and the daughter in the house in Palm Springs. I think that would be funny. She's funny, but I can't wait to do my interview this weekend. I know this was like a short little gossip session. I feel like there wasn't too much going on, and I don't want to like drag it on because we'll be watching The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills tonight. The ladies will be in Spain, so then I will release that recap. I'll probably release it on Friday or Saturday. Usually I release them on Saturday. Last week, like I said, was all over the place with my release dates. And I'm getting this one out a little later today, but it's because I have been working hard preparing for my video interview this weekend. I've been setting up my little soundboard, my little headphones that I have, my microphone, really been just making it all worthwhile. I'm starting to work on like a YouTube channel too. So all the exciting things. I got some merch in that I'm going to be giving all my friends and family. And then obviously one day would love to start selling that. Have everyone rep the logo. I would be so honored to have people buying my little stickers or my little decals. I'm going to work with a friend with some embroidery, some really fun things though, all exciting good things in the new year. I love it. We're not out of the first month of the new year. Big things happening. But as always, this was fun. You can find me on Instagram at Bravo T with the Stay at Home Mom, Spotify, and Apple. Till next time, see ya.